Hello everyone, this is Frank Ilo from Afri Design Studios. In this video, we are going to look at how to create the concrete fixture on your gable wall. How do you create the concrete fixture around your gable wall? Okay, take a look at this image we have here on the screen. On the right hand side, we have the hip roof, okay, while in front we have the gabled roof. They are two different things. Creating your concrete fascia on this will be a lot more easier to do, but creating it on this where you have your gabled roof, it is much difficult. And I have received a lot of questions and requests to create this video so that people would find it convenient and easy to create this kind of concrete fascia on their gable roof or wall. Having said this, can we now jump straight into Revit? So I go to my Revit icon here and click. So this is my Revit environment, and this is where I am going to be doing this tutorial or doing this practical. Okay, having said that, how do you start? Because as you can see, we are on our default 3D view. But for you to start this, I think the first thing to do, because now look at this, we want to convert this hip roof to a gable roof. We want to convert this from hip to gable. So on what view do you go to start with? The most convenient view to go is to go to the roof level or roof plan. So I am going to go to the project browser. At the project browser, I am going to come here. You can see roof plan. I double click on the roof plan. Once I double click, the roof plan is going to come out. Okay, so this is the very roof we are going to be converting. The first thing I'm going to do is to delete the ridge caps. I'm going to delete the ridge caps one after the other. Okay, once I have done this, I am going to now click on the roof itself. Click on this roof. Then I will go here at the top of the screen. I'm going to click on Edit Footprint. Click on this. The roof will now enter into the sketch mode. Once it is in the sketch mode, you see that three sides of this roof are having angles, but this one does not. Okay, now this one that is in front here, we are going to remove the angle from it so that it's going to give us that gable shape. So I click here, then I come here, define slope, and uncheck this. So click outside to end the command. Okay, now you now discover that here and here does not have any angles anymore. And once you click finish, it is going to give you that gable shape. Okay, I click on this and click out. You can see we now have our gable shape. Okay, now go to default 3D view. Click here at this house at the top of the screen. Then you now see our gabled roof. Having done this, the next thing we are going to do is to delete the already existing concrete fascia. Click on this and delete it. Once you have done that, you now discover that we have a gap from this roof. Now there is a gap. We are going to create a wall. Normally, on a very normal circumstance, you could click on this roof and go to attach the wall and click on this roof. Sorry, you can click on this wall and go to attach. Let me see. Click on this wall, come to attach to top or base, then click on the roof to join it. but I wouldn't advise you to do that in this very circumstance. What I would advise you to do is to just create fresh or new walls on top of this. So this is our roof level. So we're going to go to roof level and add additional wall. Okay, additional wall. So uncheck, press escape to end the command. So now go to your project browser and come to roof level, not roof plan now, roof level. Double click on roof level. Depending on how you created your levels, okay, if you have been following my tutorials, by now you must have learned how I create my levels, and it makes it easier for me. So when you come here, this is your roof level and not your roof plan. Go to architecture, then click on wall. When you click on wall, you come here at this option bar. Okay, you see unconnected. The walls are already on unconnected. Just come to this empty space where you have 3000, erase it and put 1200. That's because I want that wall to be high enough. Your own may be 300 millimeters, 600 millimeters, or 900 millimeters, as the case may be, depending on how high you want the roof to be. So having typed in 1200, I'm going to come here now to begin to draw my wall. On this very section, I am not doing it on every of the building, just this area where you have the roof is where I'm going to put the wall. Once I am done drawing, I press escape twice to end the command. I will always advise you to do that. Once you are done with your drawing and you want to make your cursor to be free from any action, just double click on your escape key 2 times. So once I've done that, I'm going to go to default 3D view to see how what I have created just now looks like. So I go here, click on the default 3D view. You can see the addition I just made. This is the addition I just made now. Okay, with this now, I can now attach to the roof. I can now attach these walls to the roof. Okay, so how do I do that? Let me start with this one that is inside, because if I attach this now, I may not be able to see this one. So let me do this first. I click on that wall, then I come here, attach to top, click here, then I click on the roof that I want it to be attached to, click here. It will automatically go to the roof and close up every space that was hitherto there. Now there is another wall here. You can only see the tip of it. You can see the tip, but assuming you could not see the tip, okay, what you would have done again is just to turn to the view. You can rotate for it to be exposed, okay, but now I can see it. There's no need of me to rotate the building to see it. So I click on this, then go to attach to top, click on attach to top, then click on the roof. It will automatically attach, and that little portion you were seeing from here before now will automatically disappear. Once I've done the 2 sides, it's time for me to do the central one, the one that is at the front. So I click on this, then click on attach to top again, then I come to the roof and click to the roof. It will automatically attach. Then you can press escape to end the command. You can see everything has been attached to the roof. Okay, but this is not the main thing. The reason why we are here is for us to learn how to create concrete fascia on our gabled roof. But for me to create it here now, I may find it difficult because the roof is covering the path where I am going to create this. There is always a path to follow when you are creating your massing. If you want to create any mass, it usually goes through a path. So for me to create that path now, I have to hide this roof for the path to be revealed to me. Then I click on this, then I right click on it again, then it's going to bring out this box. Then I will go to hide in view and click elements. The roof automatically is hidden. Now I want to create my, what is it called again, concrete fascia on this path, like this and like that. So for me to begin, how do I do that? So I'm going to go to architecture, click on architecture, then come to components, click on components where you have the small arrow, then select model in place. When you click on model in place, down come to OK, click OK again, Then once you are done with that, the next thing you are going to do is to click on sweep. Click on sweep. After clicking on sweep, then come here. Do not select sketch path, but rather select pick path. Click on this. Once you have done that, then come here at the tip of the wall. This one that is outside of it, click on this. Then there is a little one here that you could click, but do not bother with this because it is in alignment with this longer one. Click on the longer one. Later you come and join these two lines together. Then click on this. Because you cannot see the other side from here, you have to rotate your building. So I go to this point and click here. Then once you click there, it's going to rotate for you. Then once you have rotated it, then come here and click on this other one. Now, like I told you, you have to close up these gaps. Okay, now go here on your modifier, click on trim / extend to corner. Sorry, click on this line and click on this other side. Go again and rotate the building here. Click here and rotate. Zoom in, then click here and click here. You are done with that. Then click here on the green check to finish. Once you have done that, the next thing for you to do is to now begin to edit the profile. So I go here on the top of your screen, look at my cursor here, edit profile, click on edit profile. But editing it here on this view may be difficult for you, so I will advise you to come here again. Come here and you see on the front part of it, you see front at the center, not at the edges. Now you see where they wrote front. Click on front. It's going to bring you to the front of the building. Depending on where your gable roof or gable wall is facing, it may not be the front of the building, because my own is on the front of the building. That is why I selected front. Your own may be at the right hand side, then definitely you have to select right. If it is on the left, you select left. If it is on the back, you select back. So why do I do this? For me to have a clearer view of how my section or my profile is going to look like. So I come here and click here. The height of my concrete fascia is going to be 450 mm. I type 450. Then I go to the right, another 450, 450. I press enter. Then I come down. I type 150, enter. I go to my left. Sorry, 150. Sorry, that should be 50, not 150. Delete this. Click on line. Then click here, come down, 50, enter. Then go to your left, another 50, type enter, and come down, another 50, and press enter. Then press escape once, just once. Then come to this other side, click here and move to your right and type now 150. I am typing 150 so that it will come out a little bit from the wall. So I press enter, then I go up, make sure it is straight, type 50 and press enter. Then I go to my right, another 50, and press enter. Then I go here to arc. Click on this very arc, start end radius. Click here, then click on this edge and go this way. Depending on when you find the very curve you love, the kind of curve you want. So I can click here. That is 351. So let me click on the figure. I want it to be 350 dots. 350. This is not consequential. It is not necessary, but I like having specific and defined figures for my work. So I press enter, it becomes 350, the radius. So once I've done this, you discover that this is just the outside of the fascia. What about the beam? Every fascia comes with a beam, a wall beam. So I have to create a wall beam. What is the thickness of my wall beam? The thickness of my wall beam is going to be the same with the thickness of my wall. My wall is 225 millimeters. So I go to offset, click on offset here. Then inside this space that you have 1000, click there and erase, make it 225 and press Okay, just make it 225 and come here and offset to your right, to your left. Once you have done this, go to trim to corner, click on this side and click on this side to join. Now you have to set or offset the height of the beam. The height will still be 225, so I click on offset. I still retain the 225, no need of changing it. So I come here again and offset to the top. Then I go to trim to corner, click on it, click on this side and click on this side. That one is trimmed. Then click on this side and click on the top here. That one is trimmed. Then I go back to arc, click on this arc and click on this tip and click here. And now you can see the dotted circle, the round, the bigger dotted circle. It means that the arc is now perfect. Once I have it like this, I normally click because that is what I'm looking for. I now click. So I press escape twice to end. Then I delete this line off. Delete, click on this one and press delete. It will go. Two of them will go. This is the profile of my concrete fascia. In other words, this is the section. If you cut through the concrete fascia, this is going to be the section you are going to see. This is going to be the cross section. In other words, whenever you hear profile, it is also referring to the cross section of the concrete fascia or whatever massing you are doing. Having done this, I'm going to come to this green check, click finish. Then I click on finish again. I already have my concrete fascia, but now I have to assign a material or a color to it. I want to use gypsum wallboard for it, or plaster of Paris. So I'm going to come here where you have material under your properties. By category, click by the side of it. So it's going to bring out the material library. So once this is out, I want to go to gypsum wallboard. For me to make it faster, I come to this empty space here at the top, the search field. Click on it and type gypsum. Just type abbreviation of it. Don't type it full for it to come out. Okay, so this is gypsum wallboard. Click on it, then click OK. Once you have clicked OK, you can now completely finish. Once you have finished it, you have your white concrete fascia without any stress, without any challenge. You can see this is what we have here. This thing that has been giving you challenge, this is how simple it is. Okay, now having done this, the next thing we are going to do is to go to default 3D view. Although it is already on default 3D view, but just on the elevation view of it, let's turn it to perspective view. How do you do that? Come to this little house here, click on it. It will give you the perspective view of your default 3D view. I think it is still coming up. Okay, so this is what we have here. But you cannot find the roof because we hid the roof. It was hidden. So how do we reveal the roof? So I go here where you have this little bulb, reveal hidden elements. Click on it. You will see your roof in ox blood. Click on it. Then come to this top here and click on hide elements. Then go back to your electric bulb and click on it. And that is it. You can see your roof, but your roof is lower than the concrete fascia. The roof is lower than the concrete fascia. Why is it like that? Because of the wall we added. But this is not any problem at all. This is not a problem. How do you raise your roof to meet up with the concrete fascia? I would advise you to always raise your roof to go and meet up, not the other way around. Don't bring down your concrete fascia. Rather, take up your roof to go and meet it wherever it is. Having said that, we are going to go to our project browser. Go to project browser and double click on your front elevation or your approach elevation. So I scroll down here, go to approach elevation, double click on this. Once I double click on this, the next thing I'm going to do, you can now see the roof. You can see it in a line form, because it is looking at you directly, is perpendicular to your eyes, so you're going to see it as a line. So click on this line, then go to move, click on move, then zoom in at this junction, click on it and move up, move it to the tip here, to the topmost tip. Click it here and your roof stays there. You can now click outside or double click on escape key. Once this is done, can we now go to default 3D view to see how it looks like? So this is our default 3D view, but you can still see a gap. There's a gap here, there's a gap here, and let's rotate this building a bit to see what I'm talking about. Okay, this roof is not joined to this other one, which is very wrong. So this roof is supposed to close up. We shouldn't have this here. So how do we do that? Click on this very one, then come here. You'll see this icon, join slash on join roof. Click on it. Once you have done that, click on the tip of the roof you want to join. Click on it, then click on the surface of the roof you want it to join to. Click on the surface of the roof you want to move it to. So this is the surface. I want it to join with this one. I click on this. It will cover. You can see it is covered up. So I press escape twice to end my command. So you can see it is now joined. There is no more gap there. So let's go to our default 3D view. I go to my default 3D view to see what I've created. So this is what I've just created right now. This is what I've just created. We have been able to create our concrete fascia around our gable wall. But you can see that this gap is too much for the roof. We are going to close this roof a bit. Let it not be too far from the concrete fascia. How do we do that again? We go to our roof plan. Go to project browser, go to roof plan, double click on roof plan, then come to this very roof, click on it, click on edit footprints. Now this is we are going to reduce it. Let's just reduce it by 300 mm. Click on this and select 300, type 300 there and offset this one inward, then click on trim to corner. Click here and click here, click here and click here. Press escape twice, then click on this and delete. Come here and finish it up. Click here to finish up, then click outside or escape twice. Click here on your default 3D view. You can see the roof has closed up a bit. Let's go to default 3D view. Let's go to 3D view. So you can see it has closed up, but if you still feel like the gap is still much, you can still go back and reduce it to whatsoever you want. So this is how to create this. If there is any other thing that is still confusing you, if there's anything you didn't understand so perfectly well, do well to comment on this comment section to ask whatever question you want to ask, and I will be very glad to attempt to your questions. Thank you once again for watching this video, and do not fail to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we will always update and post videos here every single day of the week. Thank you for watching, and bye.